Question 3. Blank is the degree of which an element provides the same result with successive occurrences of the same condition. Repeatability. The letters TV on a PNID most likely represent blank.
Temperature valve.
Temperature valve.
Oh, so that's when they go in to talk about those cathodics and everything. The temperature valves were the cathodics.
Yep.
Oh shit, it makes sense now.
A blank is the desired value at which the process should be controlled.
Set point.
Set point. A blank diagram is a schematic diagram of the relationship between instruments, controllers, piping, and system equipment.
Piping and instrument.
Yep, piping and instrumentation.
Wouldn't be pipe fitters without it.
Metals are generally good conductors of heat.
True.
That is true. Blank is a heat transfer method used to remove heat from sensitive electronic parts.
Conversion.
Conduction.
Conduction.
A difference thermocouple is a pair of thermocouples connected together to measure a temperature difference between two objects.
True.
That is true. A thermocouple blank is a point where the two dissimilar wires are joined.
Junction.
Junction. And blank is a thermometer consisting of a high precision resistor with resistance that varies with temperature, a voltage, or current source, and a measuring circuit. So keyword in there is high precision resistor. Nobody knows?
Electronic thermometer?
Nope. It's a resistance temperature detector, or RTD.
RTD.
Just the acronym is fine.
Yeah. It'll mark it wrong, but I'll mark it right.
Oh, so it's resistance temperature circuit.
Detector. Resistance temperature detector.
Yeah, RTD. Alright, a blank pressure transducer is a diaphragm pressure sensor with a capacitor as the electrical element.
Piezoelectric? No, that's a reluctance.
I heard the answer.
Oh, shit. That's
Capacitance.
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 A paddle wheel switch is a blank level measuring device consisting of a drive motor and a rotating paddle wheel mounted inside a tank.
Continuous. What is analog then? It's gotta
Is
be
it
analog.
point?
It's point.
It's point.
Because it sits at 1 point. It
Oh.
tells when the liquid hits 1 point. Because then it starts moving.
There.
Laser beams are intense, narrow light beams that can travel long distances. That is true. A compressible fluid is a fluid where the volume and density change when the fluid is subjected to a change in pressure.
True.
That's true. Blank is the difference between the highest and lowest numbers in a measurement range.
Range.
So when you have a range, what do you normally call that?
Range?
It's a span.
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 Yep, span.
Span without the I.
Yes.
Blank is the difference between a process variable and a set point.
Calibration. Oh, no, I'm tripping.
Error.
No, span.
Error.
Error.
Yep, error.
What's going on, superstar?
A transducer is a device that converts one form of energy to another, such as converting pressure to voltage.
True.
That is true. A strain gauge is a pressure sensor that changes the blank of the circuit based on the stress applied to the area measured.
Resistance?
Resistance.
Resistance.
Is it on the hoop yet?
No, it's not working right now.
Maybe
Yeah, it might work tomorrow, hopefully.
I can tell you that one right now.
Blank level measurement is a method of measuring changing level over a range of values.
Continuous.
Continuous. Yep. Floats can be used to blank.
All the above.
All of the above.
Look at that one.
Blank level measurement is a method of measuring level where the concern is whether the level is within the desired
Analog.
limits. What was that?
Nothing.
Oh, I believe he said analog.
Point.
Point.
That's point level measurement. Common types of electrical level measuring systems include
All the above.
blank. It is all of the above.
It's always all of the above.
That's what I'm starting to realize about these quizzes.
Blank is the quantity of fluid that passes a point during a specific time interval.
Total.
Total flow.
Total flow. Proximity sensors function by generating a pulse of sound waves.
Ultrasonic.
Ultrasound.
It is ultrasonic. The final is wrong for this one.
Because it's supposed to be
It's
ultraviolet.
ultraviolet, the correct answer, just like the quiz did.
Hold up, so what should we put for we get the right answer?
You put the actually correct answer. Put ultrasonic and he'll mark it right.
Ultrasonic?
Ultrasonic.
Because I knew what it is.
But I like seeing the A when I'm done. I don't like having to be scared.
Ultraviolet is like not sound.
No, ultrasonic.
That's two quizzes now that you have that are both wrong.
It's not the first.
What a surprise. Well, the final exam on the day shift is also wrong, so.
This won't be.
Oh,
Yeah, I got, what was it, like 7 out of 12 or something? And then I go and look at it, and it's like, you didn't give me 7 out
12.1
of
out of
12. And I was so confused.
That's
Was
because
that one of the last chapters?
Yes.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
one, me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, how the hell?
I
did
did-
Based.
I was like, I'm just gonna give this a day to get graded, and I just stepped back.
I knew I was dumb, and I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So ultrasonic.
ultrasonic, yeah.
Ultrasonic.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, let's go down the list now.
We can keep going down.
Yeah.
there we go.
Okay.
Alright, so the big question. Based off of the book chapters and the lectures discussed as a class, what are 3 variables measured using differential pressure? That's the difference in pressure between 2 measurement points.
Variables measured.
Like temperature.
The 3 variables measured using differential pressure.
So you got flow,
Flow.
Flow,
Viscosity?
viscosity, no.
Pressure.
Pressure,
Pressure. Okay, that's 2.
Flow pressure.
what's the
Area?
No.
no, not area.
Volume.
Somebody said volume?
Density.
Density?
Volume.
Volume?
Volume.
So we just, what the 3 we put down? We say flow, pressure, and volume?
In your textbook, let's see, let's make sure those three are right.
Son of a bitch.
I wanna make sure that I'm giving you the right answer. That's in chapter 19.
Yo, that's not what I mean.
They don't have a master answer sheet?
Not for long answer questions.
Dang.
They just expect you to know the right answer and just mark it right.
Yep.
It's nice how much faith they have in you to know all this stuff.
So far I'm going with flow, pressure, and volume, right? That's
Hold
what.
on, I'm gonna get you.
That's where we're currently, that's where we're currently.
I'm thinking it's level, not volume. Level.
How can you measure level though, without volume?
Oh, I know you can do that.
Too much.
Gotta work at it.
We didn't have these things.
Google, that's where I got my answer.
Experience.
Yeah, he doesn't
Flow,
want that.
pressure, and temperature.
This is way to the right moment to tell us.
Used to this.
This thing lies like hell, there ain't no differential pressure in it.
Mm.
Deceiver. Velocity.
It specifically says differential pressure is in this chapter.
Maybe it's in the beginning?
Name of the chapter.
This is how I feel when the teacher say, look up the answer.
Well, this one
Look
says
it up.
differential pressure flow meters.
Let's just say flow meters the answer for all three and call
Can I
it.
see your book?
No.
Differential pressure measurements. But I don't see it in there. Is it in 20?
Looks like Anthony's gonna mark whatever we write in that box, good to go.
That's what I'm hearing.
I agree.
Yo, that's a great idea.
Great idea.
We have to Google how you make the old school chat room middle finger from AOL.
What about FX?
No one's found it yet.
Nope.
I found flow rate.
Well, I guess the answer is around.
Everyone just put Anthony as the best.
That sounds like
They
that.
can only get us so many points though.
I'm not an overachiever, as long as we can join the same grade.
That might be the one question I need to pass the test.
As long as I need everything.
Doesn't let you go back and review like the old days. So you really fucked. It's like somebody woke up in the middle of this program and said, you know what? Fuck all that review shit. Like, what? Well, how am I supposed to learn?
It all talks about that they're
The standard hydrostatic pressure formula consists of three variables: pressure, density, and height.
But that's a formula. That's
Yeah,
not-
it's the formula's not the answer.
And common applications for differential pressure.
Mine says differential pressure sensors are used to monitor flow rate, pressure, and level.
I think we're gonna end up getting a variety of
Is it
answers.
supposed to say sensors in the question?
That, well, I think we're overthinking it.
Yeah.
What we discussed in class.
I like the idea of copy pasting. It does say it was discussed in class.
Yeah, that's what we discussed in class. I mean,
sounds right to me. That sounds right.
maybe.
Whatever you say it is, we'll memorize
Yeah.
it through a Kahoot.
Yeah.
Type it in.
We could find an Adam Sandler movie and then find the answer. Oh, would the answer be on the?
Yeah, just go with that.
What are we going with?
Flow, pressure,
I'm
volume,
gonna
lock it
write,
in.
just go with that.
Flow, pressure, volume. Flow, pressure, volume. All right, the show must continue.
That was the last show.
Nuh-uh, they got 32 answers.
I was looking at for that answer.
Oh shit, this one is just as bad. Okay.
Alright, we'll go to the next one. With instrumentation and process control, there are preferred signals utilized in a process that are industry standard. Discuss the signals types, ranges, units, as well as any other communication ways taught in class. Please reflect on the lab work. It wants 3 sentences.
So they asked him,
Is that like saying analog and digital kind of signals?
Yep,
So,
that's 2.
so analog and digital is 2 answers right there.
Mhm.
What's the third and final?
Contiguous and point? I don't think those are signals.
IQC lines.
What is ITC?
like, fiber optic.
There's fiber optic.
What the fuck? So we supposed to come up with 3 sentences with,
3 sentences, but you can really talk about 2 different signals. You don't have to talk about 3. If you could make one signal 3 sentences, I feel like that should be a valid answer.
well, I would argue that, yeah.
I like that.
Well, it is pretty crazy.
So everybody heard what those were?
Digital and analog, perfect.
Analog, digital, and stuff.
F2C?
I2C.
I2C?
There's I2C, there's fiber optic.
ITC, fiber optic, digital, analog. All right, let's move on.
Larry is impatient today, huh?
Man.
Damn, Larry.
So think back to the lab projects
Oh,
done in class. Why do we calibrate sensors?
So they're accurate? For accuracy.
For accuracy, okay. That's
Why would there be an error in the readings, even though you calibrate?
Tolerances.
There's tolerances.
Name all 6 reasons? Operator
There's
error.
more than 6 reasons.
look, can we just go over a brisk? Why? There's errors like, okay,
Yeah, it could be.
well, real general. We don't have to elaborate, do we?
Your heartbeat could be one of them. You know, your hand can't be perfectly still.
Can you just give us a real generic one we could use?
So when you were doing the distance lab, do you remember the reasons you put for that?
Yes, because every
Like lighting conditions, like the color of the
Lighting.
objects.
lighting condition,
Activity.
room temperature.
Sensitivity of the sensor.
Yep, the sensitivity of the sensor, the surface might be reflective or not reflective enough.
What's that called? Reflectivity or reflectivity?
That's what I called it.
Alrighty.
There could be dust or particles in the air messing with it, so
Could have New York there.
All right. Next question. Seems like everybody got it.
Why are you rushing?
With elevation,
Trying to
you
get
want?
Well, it
Air
depends on the
air will
sensor.
get less dense as you go,
It depends on the
up.
sensor, I think.
I think it would.
Humidity.
It
It'll
depends.
probably come into play at a
Humidity,
certain
yeah.
point, cause it gets less dense, you know.
Depends on the sensor, what you.
Yeah, I think
If it's a temperature sensor and it's measuring the temperature in the air, could there also be something like maybe he's got a soldering iron nearby and that's causing an error?
Yep.
Cool.
I think you guys got it.
Alright.
Alright. Discuss what should be considered when selecting an instrumentation device for a system. List 4 areas with an explanation and examples.
What type of system?
Yeah, what type of?
Well,
That's
you're
a
picking a system.
That's so
Yeah.
broad. Oh, so I
So
can.
pick,
Instrumentation
like, the
devices,
boiler or
everything
something
that
like a
we've been
robot.
discussing in class.
Oh, so just pick like the boiler system and then. Okay. Perfect.
Proximity sensors, you got ultrasonic, you got laser distance sensors, you got time of flight sensors, you got all kinds of stuff.
Can I do a silo?
A
I
what?
can only think of one thing that would be inside of a silo. Yeah, like a corn, like, you know, what they put the corn in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they used to make those.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like by hand and shop, like
Yeah,
what part?
I ran those.
Well down?
I ran the angle iron through a CNC machine, and then they welded them next door.
Cool, cool.
So you need to list just 4 areas with an explanation why you would change that sensor or why you would use that sensor.
For this, for whatever system.
Yeah, if you pick a proximity sensor, it's because you wanna detect a part, right? The question's not, it's really not that difficult, it sounds more difficult than it is.
It could be something as simple as I put a temperature gauge in this room because I want it to stay at this set temperature.
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
You're welcome, Larry. Hope you use that tomorrow.
Oh.
I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna find it, I'm gonna find
That's
it.
not, that's the only one I'm gonna put.
Alright.
Alright, last question. What is the difference between a transducer and a transmitter?
That's easy.
A transducer store?
Converts,
No,
Energy.
convert.
From one
energy,
to
and a
another.
transmitter emits, something, a certain,
Transmits
an
a
output.
signal. Yeah.
Transmits an output.
So a transducer converts one form of energy into electricity. So pressure, other electricity, so a transducer can convert electricity as well. So one form of energy to another. And then transmitters transmit your signals. I don't know why they're asking the difference between the two, because they're not confusing, right?
The words are simpler, that's probably why.
And then it asks to give an example of when a transmitter is necessary or not. So
What?
when is it necessary for a transmitter?
On my remote control cars, man, what, I mean,
When you're doing a process that needs a sensor.
Yep. So when you need sensor feedback in like a closed loop system, you would need a transmitter.
Hmm.
Cause you gotta transmit that signal. Most sensors have transmitters built in.
when requiring feedback,
Yeah.
or when desiring feedback.
Yeah. Now, when you don't require feedback, say like the boiler system, you would just use a small analog gauge that you can walk up and read. Cause it's not controlling anything, you're controlling everything. the last question.